Do not block my light.
This is the first notable quote from the Warden because it is a direct allusion to one of the many, likely ahistorical stories of Diogenes. Diogenes was the progenitor of the Cynic school of Hellenist philosophy. Cynicism was characterized by a rejection of nomos, law, custom, the social norms of the city-state, as the source of ethics and virtue for the individual, as well as a rejection of comfort generally. Cynicism instead emphasized phusis, one's nature as an animal, to be that source of virtue, emphasizing an ethics that embraced all emotions and physical urges life had to offer, even if they were unpleasant, difficult, or problematic. Stories of Diogenes became a cornerstone of the early Cynics, one in which he chose homelessness by living in an overturned pot on the side of the road, one in which he makes fun of the philosophers of his time for defining humanity as featherless bipeds by running out to pluck a living chicken clean of feathers, then throwing it into the middle of the room. Another in which he loudly cursed a water cup for being a tyrant after witnessing a young boy drink directly from a river with his lips. Still another wherein he ate food while walking the streets of the marketplace, a massive social faux pas in Athens. The story for which Diogenes is most famous, however, is a story in which Alexander the Great, king of Macedonia, paid him a visit to offer a tribute to the most famous sophist. When Alexander asked Diogenes what he would like to receive, Diogenes replied, "For you to stop blocking my sunlight." Alexander complied. He stepped aside, later saying to his attendants, "If I were not Alexander, I would like to be Diogenes." Of these stories of Diogenes, the vast majority of them are likely to be cheeky fables developed by his followers to emphasize a rejection of the inherent authority of society in favor of something that is naturally fulfilling to one's life, yet also in a way that was not hedonistic, as pleasure was but one aspect of living, thus giving pleasure higher priority would have been unnatural. These words, however, are poison in the mouth of the Warden. The Warden is one that asserts and upholds social norms, and has dedicated his entire existence to the imprisonment and torture of one who was successful in eradicating an ignoble and virtueless society.